everyone, and welcome back to another winning video! Today, we have a Valentine's Day special. We are building a tier list of all the Star Rail characters based on where they take you on a first date. If you're interested in future content like this, or you'd like to join in for future discussions live, make sure to come on over at twitch.tv/winay and join this lovely chat. And also feel free to like and subscribe on YouTube. So again, this tier list is not really a tier list, I would say, because it's not like the one at the top or at the very top is better than the ones under. They're all just different options, you know? Except, well, I guess they're all better than like the bottom option, which is no date at all. But it could be for various reasons, and you know, maybe based on your personal preference, you wouldn't want that character to take you on a date anyways. So, but we'll see. We'll go through each character one at a time in order, and we'll place them all accordingly. I think the tiers are pretty self-explanatory, but just in case, so at the very top we have Pretty Bougie, where they take you out to an expensive 5-star restaurant. Underneath that we have like a little more casual, you two go to get coffee or ice cream together. Then we have a date at the park, and this could be like a stroll in the garden or to an amusement park. We also have theater/museum date, something a little more classy/dressy, but it can also include like going to a movie theater too. Oh wait, we actually have amusement park date here separately. I guess, like, you know, amusement parks are quite different from like actual parks. Then we have bar date, which is you two would go together at night, probably alcohol involved. And then there's just any date where they're open to anything. You can decide they just want to spend time together with you. And then we have no date at all. Okay, now that we have that explanation out of the way, does date at the park mean touching grass? Yeah, you know what? Sure, let's go with that. Honestly, I feel like any of these could count as touching grass. So first off, we have March 7th. I was gonna say March 7th. I feel like you would be the one asking her out on the first date, but I think she's pretty straightforward. She's very earnest, I think. So I think she could ask you out on a first date. She wouldn't be shy about it. You all think she'd be most into the ice cream date. Wait, have we seen canon content of her eating ice cream? Or is it just the vibe? You feel like she's into something casual, and if she likes you, then she'll be sure to take pictures to remember the moment. That's true, yeah. Photos will definitely be involved no matter where you two go. I feel like she'd enjoy the amusement park more, because at an amusement park it's a lot more active. You two are like going around, you're going on rides, you're probably getting to know each other, talking in line while waiting for the rides, but you're still like looking forward to the rides. And then there's like a variety of things to do. That's my reasoning. But I think the ice cream would be a close second, maybe. Next up, we have Danhang. He's so boyfriend material. But maybe I'm just biased. Ooh, Stoic, you're saying the park because it's quiet. Is Danhang talkative? Well, okay, so the park would be good because the environment is quiet. Because I do think he doesn't like loud or busy places. But then I feel like if you go to get coffee or ice cream, the conversation might be a little awkward. I don't know. Oh, the museum. Actually, now that I think about it, he's the archivist for the Express, so he must at least appreciate some part of history, you know? Danhang is so, let's go to the museum, and not the want to watch something. Or when we ask how about this movie, he would say, let's watch some sci-fi or history documentary kind of guy. I see it. I see it. I'm down to put him in museum date. Let's go with that. Okay, next up we have Mommy Himiko. Date at the park because you can see yourself stargazing with her. Ooh. You know, Himiko does strike me as the type to like stargazing. Megs, you think Himiko would say, let's go to that cafe. You gotta try the espresso triple shot? I can't even handle a single shot. Is the woman trying to kill me? Yeah, like, okay, yeah, like in her light cone. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is Himiko into bougie things? I don't think so. Like, she dresses well, don't get me wrong, but I don't think she goes out of her way for like high quality, or at least for a date, you know? I do like the stargazing date idea. I'm feeling it. Maybe we can reassess later on, but for now, I like it. Okay, next up we have Father Welt. Do we think he'd be interested in dating? He goes wherever Himiko goes. Is he like her warden or something? That's ironic though, that a lot of people are saying he would go for the coffee date when Himiko is the coffee lover. I think he'd appreciate the bar more. Like, I see why people suggested coffee, because that's like pure conversation. And he is like a talker. Would he appreciate the theater? I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards coffee more. Next up, we have one of my favorites, Kafka. 5-star restaurant. You took the words right out of my mouth. 5 stars, 10 stars, after a certain point, it's kind of all the same, right? So is she treating us or are we treating her? 10-star restaurant, she sneaks away. No, I don't think she would do that to you. Unless she was plotting against you. Okay, next up, we have Silverwolf. You know, I'm tempted to expand the scope of the amusement park date to include an arcade. Because I think that would be right up Silverwolf's alley. Yeah, or like an internet. Well, chat, what's the point of going to a PC cafe? I feel like she would prefer to game on her PC at home. When you go to an amusement park or an arcade, there are games offered, but they're different types of games that you can't necessarily play at your own place. No one here saying she probably wants an ice cream date. The whole premise of a coffee/ice cream date, chat, is it's not as big of a commitment as dinner, but it's still an opportunity to sit with someone and talk with them and get to know them that way. But I don't think Silverwolf would be into that. I think she'd be, you know, she'd just want to play games. Oh, that's true, Hina. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for her to show off her skills and impress you. That's true, yeah. Arlen. Do we not know our boy Arlen well enough? I was actually thinking maybe it'd be a date at the park so we can walk Peppy together. Because I think he is like a little socially awkward. Not that that's a bad thing. I'll just put Arlen in park for now. But hey, I feel like it's a bonus whenever anyone brings a cute dog along. Next up is Asta. What would Asta like the most? Would she be into the 5-star restaurant? Because like I know she buys a lot of things, but it's not necessarily like expensive stuff like designer. Theater date? Movie date? Is she into movies? Would she be down for any date? Honestly, I feel like because she's so busy, she'd probably just ask you to decide and she'd be open with whatever. Yeah, I think we can go with that. She's so nice to you. Yeah, exactly. Okay, next up we have the other leader of the space station, Hertha. No date. Yeah, it's giving no date. I think she's too into her research to be interested in anyone. I'm glad we're all on the same page. She's either all dates or no dates. I think it's just a straight up no date. Next up, we have Branya. Where would Zila and Branya go on date? Is it just an automatic no date because they're both dating each other? I feel like Branya would say she's too busy. But to be fair, she isn't that busy. She even played Ethereum Wars with us. Okay, valid. You know, maybe it's giving Ningguang and how Ningguang always says she's too busy to meet with men that are interested in her because she doesn't have time, quote unquote. I feel like Branya might be the same way. But we can put her in coffee date. That's so funny though. Actually, would she be into museums, you think? Because if I remember correctly, she seemed pretty interested in the Belobog museum, no? Ningguang and Branya are too busy to meet other men because of work, so they meet other women in their work. That's so good. Oh my god. That's so good and so real. Okay, we can put her, assuming Zila wasn't in the picture, I think it'd be coffee. And I know Hina said that for Zila it'd be amusement park. I feel like Zila wouldn't like going to the amusement park. I feel like it'd be too loud for her. I don't think she'd watch the Fight Club. I don't think she's into that. Like, I think she'd rather participate. I don't think she's much of a watcher. She seems to me like the type of person who would rather actively be doing something than just sitting around. Ready, boy? I like the hike idea. Let's put her in. Okay, next up we have Serval. Yeah, I was actually just thinking we don't have concert on here. Would that count as theater? She was a researcher as well, so oh, that's true. So she could also like going to museums. What if we just did like put her in theater/museum date? Because to me, theater also encapsulates live entertainment. But I was also thinking of any date. She's pretty open-minded, and so she'd be like quite flexible, you know? Okay, you know what? I'll just put her in any date then. I think she would be open to any of these. Okay, next up we have Jeppy. He would come to your place. Remember, this is the first date. You've never been on a date with them before. And that's why there's no date at home option, Dava, because we practice stranger danger here. Date at the police? Okay, that's not what I said. That's not what I said either. Unless you're Japar and he's fully capable of handling you in jail and in bed. Huh? Excuse me? Movie date, he's a regular guy. Okay, fine. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. He can be a movie guy. Next up, we have Natasha. Where do we think Natasha would want to go for a first date? I think Natasha would be open to getting to know you more because she's very approachable, but she's also very smart. So I feel like she'd want to get to know you more on the first date. That's my opinion. Okay, next up we have Pella. Would she appreciate a museum date after having to manage the Belobog museum? She'd be geeking out and we think she's so cute. It doesn't have to be the Belobog museum. It could be a different type of museum or another exhibit. Are we spending time with Clara or Svarog really? That's a great question. Chat, we should establish that right now. But I don't think Svarog is interested in dating. He's a robot after all. I kind of want to put her in amusement park. Obviously not in the sense of like a romantic date, but just like you take her to the amusement park and you three have fun, you know? You think Clara would be excited for ice cream? You have to remember the point of the coffee ice cream date is not just a coffee / ice cream, okay? It's more about you're going to a public place with someone and you're ordering something small and you're talking with them mainly to get to know them. And I don't think Clara would enjoy that. Yeah, she would ask a lot of questions, I guess, but it might be a little like boring for her too, you know? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna put her in amusement park date. Okay, next up we have, I don't know if this guy is like the perfect date or the worst date. No date, boo! Okay, for those of y'all who were accusing Kafka of taking you to the expensive 5-star restaurant and then dipping quietly, I would say that describes Sampo perfectly instead. Unless he like really likes you, maybe, question mark. I don't know if he's capable of having genuine feelings for anyone. Oh, Sampo wouldn't leave quietly. He'd take your wallet and offer to pay without you realizing it's your money. That does kind of sound like him, actually. Okay, I'm keeping him there. Okay, next up we have Hook, whom I keep calling Klee for some reason. Ice cream. She would enjoy ice cream, but not the date part. Also, she's too young to go on a date. I feel like with Clara, it was okay because Svarog and her are attached at the hip, but with Hook, I kind of want to say like, no date. To the people who skipped the video until the end just for the tier list, please watch the whole thing. Yes, please watch the whole thing. But would Hook want to spend time with you, like as friends or whatever? I feel like she's always so busy with the moles. As a member of the moles, okay, very well. The mission for the moles is to enjoy the amusement park. True. And I feel like they would also try to tackle all the scary rides without showing that they're scared. Okay, next up we have Qingchui, a casino. We could file that under arcade. Because there are games there? Question mark. No, I think she would enjoy the arcade. Qingchui would win at a casino. Is she like canonically lucky? I feel like she would play the crane games but lose, unlike Silverwolf. Next up, Tingyun. No neck, no date. I wasn't gonna say it, chat. It was said for me, so. Taka, you think she'd enjoy the museum? I don't know if she'd be into the museum, but I do know she is into like bougie. Or not bougie, but she does like high quality stuff. Museum, but she's part of the museum displays, quote unquote, in loving memory. How do I ban my own mod? No, I'm kidding. Ooh, a classy bar. Yeah, because I feel like expensive 5-star restaurant might be a little too over the top for her, but I think a classy bar would be just the right amount. So I think bar date would actually be just perfect. Okay, next up we have Luocha. I feel like he's such an enigma. All we know about him is he travels a lot and he came to the Xianzhou because he's a merchant, a business merchant. Well, that's his cover story. And I think he's sussy. Oh boy. No, I don't think he would swindle us. That's Sampo. I'm just gonna put him in no date. I feel like we don't know enough information about him and who he truly is. Like, come on. Okay, wait, I was gonna say something else, but some people are saying they haven't finished the story quests. So I'm gonna shut up now. Next up, we have Jingyuan. I'm tempted to say Jingyuan would like going to the park, and then you two could play chess at the park. You think it'd be coffee? No, Jingyuan's an old soul. I think he would like the park. Next up, we have Blade. I don't know if this man has any affection left in his body. He'd take you to the bar so he can drink his pain away. Monka Christ, I think he would rather just do that himself than ask you to go with him. I feel like, in all honesty, he'd be no date too. Oh my god, Ready Boy, you're gonna say his date is definitely at the graveyard? I feel like he wouldn't be interested. He's too traumatized. Yeah, even when you're like texting him, it's not actually him. It's either Kafka or Silverwolf. I like the idea of the bar date, but I think realistically, it's no date, chat. I think it's no date. Okay, next up is Sushang. You think she'd like the arcade or the amusement park most? Yeah, I guess out of all these options, I can see that. I think she'd be down to like actually do something rather than, yeah, just sit and talk. So, and we know she likes fun. Next up, we have Madame Yukong. I still have not done her companion quest, by the way. So y'all are gonna have to answer this one for me. You think she'd be for the restaurant, Hina? I don't know. Maybe it's the way she carries herself. Because I think she is quite mature. And she has a daughter too. I didn't know that. And I don't know how that came to be or whatever. I think she'd be down for the bar. You feel like she's a no date? Okay. I'm down to put her in no date. Okay, next up we have Yanqing. I know Yanqing is on the younger side. So I don't know if he is able to date. I mean, I guess he could date people his age. But it's like, is he even interested? Wait, Hina, you think Yanqing would want to go to a museum? I don't think so. Like, I feel like even if it was exhibition for swords, I feel like that would just give him the urge to want to go and practice. I don't know if he'd like the arcade either. Oh, but he would go straight to the punching thingy? I feel like Yanqing's craft is specifically in sword fighting. I don't know if he would go straight to the punching bag either. Like, I feel like then it'd be a date at the park angle. So you two could spar. That'd really be it. Let's say the person he's interested in is his age even. I don't know if he'd be like emotionally mature to like be open to any date, you know? I don't know. I feel like Yanqing would be more comfortable with the park. I feel like it could be that. Okay, next up, we have Bailu. Restaurant. Oh, because she loves eating. No, but it wouldn't be expensive 5-star restaurant. I think amusement park would be great for her. Because yeah, there's a lot of like different treats there. And I think she would be amazed by the rides, even if she doesn't go on them. Because it's things that she doesn't usually get to see. Okay, next up, we have Luca. Fight club date. I think he actually would take you to the fight club. And I don't know if that makes it better or worse. Taka, you think he'd be down for any date? I also have not done his companion quest, so I don't know him too well. You think he'd prefer the arcade, Hina? You'd be like, would you go on a date with me and watch me fight? Root for me? I guess I could see him taking you to like the arcade then. Yeah, he would go straight to the punching bag thingy or to do the strength games. Okay, we can put him there. Okay. Next up, we have 5-star Danheng, aka Daniel. Are we considering him the same as Danheng though? No date because he's too traumatized in shackles. Yeah, I think like if we consider him as like his past self, I feel like I would put him in no date as well. Why do you think of a 5-star restaurant for him? Because he's 5-star material. No, I'm kidding. He's a true 5-star character. Well, I mean, most of them are. Okay, next up we have Fushuan. You think Fushan would insist on the 5-star restaurant no less than a full course dinner? Does she have expensive tastes? She's not the flashy type to like throw it around or like spend it. She seems very focused on her job and that's it. I feel like she might be a no date. I don't think she's romantically interested. Mags, if we were to ask her on a date, we better make it worth her time. Okay, but would she ask us on a date though? Cause yeah, it feels like she's very focused on her career. So I feel like she'd just be a no date. What about Lynx? Lynx would go on a camping date. That's true. Maybe date at the park then, because she's very into the outdoors. Yeah? I know she's super shy though, but I think if she was into you, she'd probably suggest that. Okay, oh, next up we have Jinglu. Wait, Max, you think Jinglu would be for an ice cream date? I don't think so. As much as I love Jinglu, I don't think she would ask anyone on a date. Ready, boy? You think we would not be alive after the date? I agree with that. No date for sure. Okay, next up we have Topaz. We're getting to the newer characters now. I actually do not have Topaz, so you think she'd be into the 5-star restaurant? I mean, we know that work-life balance is very important to her. She does a really good job for the IPC 5-star restaurant, and she actually pays for it. Wow, Hina, you think bar date but she'd make you pay? I feel like if she asks you out and she really likes you, she would cover it. But I'm down for like the 5-star restaurant. I think if she really liked you, she would take you there. But is Topaz into those kinds of things? Or would she rather take you to a bar? Because I can see the bar too. Because for the first date, I feel like the 5-star restaurant might be too much of a commitment. Yeah, it could be a classy bar. I think I can see that more. Okay, next up, we have Goinai Fan. There's no way she'd stream the date, right? You think she'd be for the amusement park? Oh, she'd be like, chat, which ride should I go on next? Actually, yeah, I could see that. I think there's a lot of things to do at like an amusement park or arcade. All right, let's put her in an amusement park. Okay, next up is Huo Huo. You think she'd want a coffee date? Would that be too much pressure for her? Because that's like a lot talking, you know? No date because Mr. Tail and the 5 Commission are keeping her busy. That's true, Ready Boy, the coffee. I feel like the coffee would make it worse. Maybe at a quiet park? Yeah, okay, but if it's too quiet, she might get nervous, you know? You can't date Huo without dating Mr. Tail the goat. I feel like Mr. Tail is not interested in dating anyone, unfortunately. I'm comfortable putting Huo in no date. She just needs to work her courage up a little more, you know? She's still growing, still figuring herself out. Okay, next up we have Argenti. I don't know much about this man's. I didn't do his companion quest. 5-star restaurant? I'm seeing a lot of 5-star restaurants and he would actually pay for it. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, next up we have Hanya. Hanya, no date. She's still grieving. Rip Bozo Shui. That's what I thought. Yeah, okay. I'm glad we're all in agreement. You know, we might as well skip ahead to Shui Yi and put her in no date too. Okay, wow, we're at the end, chat. We've caught up to our 2 most newest characters. Ruan Mei. We know she likes desserts, but is she capable of having feelings? I feel like she'd do stuff for the sake of research, but not for the sake of trying new things, you know? Wow, that sounds really depressing when you put it that way. Let's put her in no date. Oh, Ready Boy? Is she open to discussion at all? Because maybe coffee. I think it'd be a coffee angle to like for chatting. Actually, you know what? I'm down to put her in coffee. I think even if she's not interested like romantically, she probably would just to try it out. And she'd be down to like talk. Oh, but then at the same time, she's so secretive. So would she really talk though? Okay, let's put her in no date. Because think about it, chat. Even when she met us, she gave us that like anti-truth serum. And then she gave us the memory eraser. Like, hello? Okay, yeah, no. This dating her can only end in tragedy and heartbreak. Oh my god, wait, Dava, you think she'd take us to the 5-star restaurant, but then she'd make us forget again? That's foul. Wait, okay. I don't think she'd take us to the 5-star restaurant, actually. I think it would be coffee. Okay, wait, let me cook, chat. She'd take us out for coffee or ice cream or dessert, and she'd talk to us, like, honestly, and, you know, pour out her feelings about, like, doesn't know what the meaning of life is or what the meaning of emotions are. You know, her interest in us is superficial or whatever. She's doubting herself. She doesn't know. And then at the end, she erases our memory. So it's like a therapy session for her. Man, that's wonder if anyone's written fan fiction about that. That is some straight up angst right there. Finally, our last character to place. Because I don't think we have enough information about the new drip marketed characters. I don't even know if there is a tier list with them. But our final character that we're ranking today is Dr. L. Ratio. Personally, I think this man's head is too far stuck up his ass. No, I'm kidding. He'd take us to a museum date to educate us, but you observe him instead. Okay, Dava, you go do that. I'm happy for you. Actually, that's really cute. I personally want to put him in no date. If he asks me, I'm saying no. Taka, you think that he thinks that dates are beneath him? Perhaps. He revels in enlightening us. Oh, actually, I haven't read his texts yet. I haven't read anyone's messages, though, to be fair. It's not just him. Would he really take us to a museum for educational purposes? He already did invite us through chats. Oh, he did? Okay, yeah, I haven't seen his messages. So if it's canon, you know, we can put him there. I think I'm too biased to make an objective decision, so I'll leave it all up to you. Okay. Educational field trip it is. I don't see the romance in that, but I guess some people do. Okay, all right. But yeah, for those of you watching on YouTube, let us know what you think. Do you agree with the final placements? Is there anyone that you feel should strongly be in another tier / rank? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And again, remember, you can always join us in the future at twitch.tv/1A to express your opinion live. Otherwise, remember to give a like and subscribe if you enjoyed your time here. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I hope that you enjoy Valentine's Day and all the upcoming content that's in Honkai Star Rail 2.0. Until then, take care, stay safe, and stay winning. Bye!